Now, another thing, again, right, you usually hear someone who tries to molest a child has to do is threaten the child too, right? Into not talking. Okay, if I'm around for 1 to 4 days and fall 20 days later or something, right? Okay, how can I accomplish that? At all, right, right. The time just don't allow me for any real interaction with her without involving the mom, right? Directly, right? Yeah, I don't know. Well, see, you know, I've only seen this done on SVU anyway, right, right. So that's why I'm talking about it, right? But I've never done it myself, right? You understand? I never had to threaten her daughter because I was around her in a sexual way, and editing. um, you know, I'm not saying the child can't come in there and try to wake me up, or if someone is recording me without my knowledge, they couldn't edit something together even if nothing happened. Right? What's the difference? Someone is trying to entrap me when I didn't do nothing wrong, right? But stayed on the couch. But all they have to do is get the daughter in there to me, and then they can edit from there, right? Whether anything happened or not. Exactly. Some people can edit friggin' green screen shit and not even be in the scene. Yeah. Or make it look like you're doing something someone else is doing and put you in the footage when you never did that with the child. Plus, again, like I said, most people who do that would try to murder the mother and the child. Right? You know what I mean? Because they're loose ends. I know. Exactly. That would create a loose end for me if I did something with the daughter, unless I'm sleeping on the couch, not even intending her to come in there to me. But if she does, what am I going to do with her? Help her go to the bathroom? You see what I mean? The difference is if she's told to stay in there with me and didn't really have to pee yet or something. I don't know that either, but it's the point. I don't know. But the only thing I would be confused with, right? And the other thing I would be thinking, if she's putting her crotch in my face or she's in there with me at all, or I'm trying to smell her to make sure she didn't pee, right? It all depends on the actual footage you have, too, right? Now, if I'm smelling her, I usually only do that once, right? Not multiple times in a row. It's also not how I was taught to lick vagina anyway. Why? Because you get down there, right? Now, what I was told is you do the alphabet A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Right. You stay down there. You stay down there. Right. You don't bob up and down like a yo-yo. No. But you can edit it if I did it once, up and down like a yo-yo. Not saying I know that either. I have amnesia. Right. I'm piecing it together, guessing what I might could have done, not knowing. That could be on the videotape that I never seen, by the way. Right. I'm not even aware of why it would be shot that way. Or if the video is under the TV, which is logically the only place you can hide it in the living room, too. Right? And you would probably get a panoramic view of at least a certain level of the floor. Right. Now, right. But that would create two problems if the child did come in there to me. And there's one final reason she can come in there to me if it's not to pee. What? A shower. A shower. With me. With you. And I told you how I remember taking a shower with my mom when I was younger, but I'm not sure if that's what happened either. But again, it's drawing from my memories, right? Not reality with the girl, right? Which I never did that either that I know of, right? That don't mean I don't have amnesia of something happening either, or memory loss. I can't say that either, but trying to explain the most I would do with the child, okay? If she's in there with me longer than, say, 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. Because all that can go down in under 30 seconds, right? And again, it don't mean I'm trying to have sex with her either. And I never slept on the floor when I was around my ex-wife, just the couch, right? But if you see me on the floor, I have slept on the living room floor before. When younger. When staying at my grandma's house sometimes, right? We would kind of have a blanket and lay in front of the TV or something on the weekend sometimes. Watching TV or something because of HBO or something in my head, right? Right. Mm-hmm. Right. But again, okay, I don't recall ever laying down on the living room floor in our apartment. No, that's our apartment either. But I was either on the couch, right, normally, but never on the floor in front of the TV, right? Don't recall that at all. Mm-hmm. Now, there's also another way to call someone who was in a car wreck amnesia. You hit them over the head and try to knock them out. Now, if someone's knocking me out, okay, and they position the girl on top of me, which is another way you can have sex with someone, right? Exactly. But it don't mean I'm conscious or even sexually responding to her just because it looks like she's on top of me either. If I'm completely knocked out. But the only time I was completely knocked out the whole time is either when I'm around my ex-wife until I can move back to base, or if I called her for a shirt or something and she offered me a lift back to the apartment for one night. Because guess who still didn't have a place to sleep and would have to sleep in the lounge still, though I did not have on the shirt. Right. Exactly. I just had on a pair of pants or work pants, right? But I was prepared to sleep in the lounge if I had to. Mm-hmm. And I also could have took the bathroom, because one of the bathrooms has a door you can lock if I had to. And like I said, I would have just had to gotten a pillow or something, and I could have slept in there too. But again, I don't know past that because I woke up in the ER that night. Assuming when I was trying to get into the room, I fell. Mm-hmm. Now, with my injuries, which would make more sense to you if you're a line officer in the Navy? I went over to my ex-wife's house. Okay, but she don't know how I got back on base, right? Or I fell from the roof of the building trying to get to the window because I was locked out the room, right? That one. Mm-hmm. But if she's trying to set me up for something and I never did something to criminalize myself with her daughter, right? She would have to shoot it 2 different nights then. Is that what you're saying? That she caused me amnesia and I don't know how I got back on base, right? Which makes more sense. I fell on base or I somehow got off base without my ID, as well. Now, like I said, my ex-wife has half her brain removed from a brain tumor. She might not be all there herself 100% either, so don't trust her either that after 30 years she's herself. Of having to live with that and not really being treated for it, because there is no treatment if you remove half someone's brain and it's the right or left hemisphere, which one hemisphere is in charge of the creative part of your mind, And one's in charge of the rational part of your mind. If my ex-wife is no longer rational, you shouldn't listen to her at all. If they remove the right hemisphere, by the way. Which is usually the right. She might be suffering more than she's willing to admit, too, by that. All I'm saying is I don't know nothing about that.